Hey there, Dani K coming to you from DKTV. So we are live this evening, and we've got a couple of callers on, and we're going to take your questions for any kind of fitness or nutrition or workout questions you have. I think we might have some written in questions and all that good stuff. So let the questions roll. Come at me.
Yeah, let's start it off this week. I know last week we started off with the written questions. Let's start off this week with some questions from the audience. So let's just kind of throw it out there. I mean, week before Christmas, what kind of topics we got as far as health, fitness, nutrition plans? I know a lot of people are struggling with how do we get through the holidays, things like that. But what do we got? What questions we got?
So with
Go ahead.
Go ahead, ask away.
Go ahead.
Okay. So with the holidays coming up, if you can only get in for a short workout, what's the best workout you suggest for, like, if you're going in for 30 minutes, should you do cardio or weights, or what do you suggest as the best way to get a good workout?
The best way is definitely, like, if you only have 30 minutes, the combo of the weights and the cardio, like an interval training. So you do like a superset of, like, say, a chest exercise, a back exercise, doing that back and forth, like 3 sets, and then going to do, a quarter-mile sprint. If you can't run, then it's just anything fast. Anything that's fast. It could be the rower, it could be the elliptical, it could be running, whatever. Or if you're not doing that, some people just want to straight up do lifts and then they do cardio. But regardless, I mean, the best thing is to definitely just do the weights and the cardio, kind of mixing it together. The second best is just weights. That way, with the weights and/or the weights with the intervals, you get also an afterburn with that. So, like a longer afterburn. If you just come in and do cardio, which most women just tend to do, is they come in, oh, I only got 30 minutes, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to do cardio. You don't really get, you might sweat more, but you don't really get that afterburn. So the most effective thing is to do those weights, to lift the weights, to speed up the metabolism, to get that longer afterburn. It's more effective. Good question.
Okay, thank you.
What else we got? Any other questions out there? I think that was great because a lot of people right now, especially with rushing around with the holidays, people are trying to get in and out. They don't want to, BS around in the gym. They got holiday parties or company parties or different functions, but still want to make their workout a priority. So I think that's a great tip.
Well, I have a question about eating the holiday treats.
Oh dear.
They're going to be there. So if you pick and choose, what's your best thing to go for?
I mean, you talking cookies, cakes,
exactly,
pies,
all of it.
All of it. So what do you go for?
Realistically, I mean, most of the time, I mean, even I have, the occasional, not even on cheat day. So like for me, Christmas, is Thursday, right? So that's not a cheat day, but it's going to be a cheat day for me, as well as my normal Saturday cheat day. But let's just say, Laura, I'm going over to your house for a party, and it's on, I don't know, a Monday, this coming Monday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have my protein shake, and maybe it's just like kind of a little snacky kind of get-together. It's not like a big dinner or anything that you're having. It's just kind of a get-together, just, girls hanging out, whatever. So I might take a little bit of a cookie, and if you're going to go, I mean, realistically, you're going to do it. Me, personally, I probably won't do it just because I'm that idiotic OCD discipline. But being realistic, have one cookie, or have a half a cookie, share a cookie, be like, oh my God, I can't eat this whole thing. Would you please help me? Or, if it's a piece of cake or a piece of pie, don't take a huge piece, take like a little itty-bitty slither, so that you're tasting it and you're functioning with the people and they're not like, oh, what, we too good for you? Our food's not good enough for you? So at least you're tasting it but you're not like, scarfing it down and, so realistically it's going to happen, but just be, mindful of the portion that you're eating.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?
What else we got before I go to the pre-typed questions?
What's the best way to, like during the holidays, we tend to stay up late, we overindulge, we're tired, we're too busy running. What's the best way to get back on track without
NyQuil.
like, blowing a whole month? 2 days after, what's the best way to get back in the gym and not feel bloated or, exhausted?
Well, water is, I mean, you're talking like bad eating and staying up late and all that stuff.
All of it. I mean, it takes your toll running around and preparing and all that good crap.
Right. I mean, and the key is you just said even though you're doing all that, you're still making the time to get in the gym. So that's a plus. That should kind of help keep down some of that stuff. But, I mean, make sure that you're drinking the water. Make sure that you do go to the gym, like you said. I mean, I like last couple of nights, I've been getting to bed at 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I've been getting up at 4:30 a.m. And it's taken a toll on me, but, just like you as a mom, you just do it, So for me, I just do it, but by the end of the day, yes, I'm exhausted, and I keep saying, I'm going to get to bed early, and guess what happens? I don't. But one, there's no real hidden secret about that, you know what I mean? It's that drive that you just have to actually go do, or make the time to get the rest that you need, and definitely, as far as like you said, bloating and stuff, water is that. So if you're going to, be doing all this crazy stuff and, going to bed late, getting up early, still trying to make it to the gym, which is great, still try and be mindful of the nutrition, trying to get the proper calories, the proper, protein grams, and the water. And that should help, with the bloating and the fatigue and so forth.
Well, is there a correlation between, like, let's say I don't go to the gym for 3 days. I was out of town or something. And, we come back, and why is it that your workout seems extra hard that day?
Yeah. Well, one, because you haven't been doing it. So when you work out, what does that do? That helps you get extra energy, you know what I mean? So when you don't do it, your body's kind of slumbering, and it's that fast, the metabolism can slow down. So when the metabolism's that slow, and you haven't been working out 3-4 days or whatever, it's like your body is running on E, like your gas tank is running on E. So when you're running on E, you want to go slower till you get to the gas station. So you're going slow, you get to the gas station, you pump it up, your full tank, now you're off and running. So the next day that you go to the gym, you're like, wow, I have a little bit more extra energy. The next day, wow, I have a little bit more extra energy, because you've actually fueled your tank. So the 3 days that you haven't been at the gym, you're sluggish because you haven't been exerting the energy. I mean, think about, like a lazy Sunday or something like that. I have them all the time. And that's the day, like, I don't feel like doing crap. I'm so tired. It's just because you haven't been doing anything, So the more you don't do, the more you feel tired. So once you get back into the groove, you'll snap out of it, as you've seen. So that's the reason. It's just because you have been, quote unquote sedentary. You haven't been in the gym speeding up that metabolism. So then the body's just like, oh, we can chill. It's in kind of gangster laid out mode, You got to put it race car drive mode, Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have one other question on trying to stay motivated when none of my friends are into being motivated and working out. I'm trying to get them into it, and they just aren't buying it, and I want to keep going. How do you stay motivated when the other people you hang out with are just not into it?
Yeah. Laura, I have the same problem. I mean, most of my friends that do work out are my friends that are at the gym. I mean, you know, like I have, you know, a handful of friends that I do hang out with that don't work out, but, you know, I mean, that's their stuff, and this is me. So I do this for me, and then, you know, like with you, you have kids, and, you know, you have a husband, and, you know, your beautiful mom is sitting right there. Those things are, you know, motivation should be motivation. Your health should be motivation. You know, the energy level should be motivation. All of those things, like for me, you know, I mean, if you're my friend and you don't want to go into the gym and work out, I mean, I would love you to come to, you know, and feel this euphoria that I have, you know what I mean, and this energy and you know, this good stuff that I'm doing to my body inside and outside. But, you know, I don't want to force you because I still want you to be my friend, but you know what, I'm going to the gym, then after the gym we'll go and hang out, you know. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I know a lot of times people, you know, they join the gym with a buddy, and then that buddy doesn't work out, and then they're sitting there going, oh, well, I can't make it to the gym because my buddy, well, screw that. Your buddy ain't making it to the gym, so you're going to get fat? You know what I mean? You know, so let your buddy get fat, and you go to the gym and be like, and then you be like, you know, 4, 5, 6 months later, you'd be like, look, this is where you could have been if you would have started 6 months ago when I did. Right. You know, but yeah, I mean, it is kind of hard when, you know, everybody, you know, you're like, well, wait a minute, I got to go to the gym, give me an hour, you know, and everybody else is like, well, we'll meet you there. Well, you know what? You might be going probably to all their funerals, and you know, before yours. Yeah, so I mean, the motivation shouldn't just be, you know, coming from other people to motivate you to get to the gym. As far as that, you know, I mean, look around you and things that you should be motivated for, as far as, you know, your family, you know, just to stay healthy, you know, to see, you know, Noah graduate, to see, you know, your kids that are in college graduate from college, those kids to have, you know, weddings and their kids, and to be able to have the stamina to play with their kids, you know, so that should be your motivation right there, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any other questions before I start running down the ones that were asked earlier? All right, well, what you guys are thinking of more, kind of tying in with the whole staying motivated to go to the gym thing. Got a couple people that said kind of my workout's gotten boring. I've been doing the same routine for a couple months.
Oh, I lost you, Jeff. I didn't hear you.
I can't hear him either.
No.
We can.
I can hear you.
Repeat his question.
I think he was asking, how do you stay motivated? Like, if your workout's gotten boring, like, what do you do to change it up?
Gotcha. Well, there's a cool thing that I like to do, and I did a video the other day kind of challenging people to do it. Whenever I get bored, you know, same humdrum, you know, routines or whatever, I do try and mix up the exercises itself. However, I did what I call the card game. And it's been around, you know, there's Biggest Loser's done it on their TV show. I've done it before Biggest Loser, before I saw it on Biggest Loser. It's just a cool thing, and it's a great thing to travel with. You can just travel with a deck of cards, and, you know, like, of course, the deck of cards has 4 suits: hearts, diamonds, spades, clubs. So before you get started, you know, like yesterday, I did stupid leg day with my cards. And so hearts was leg extension, diamonds was leg curls, clubs was calves, and then spades was jumping lunges with weights. And I hate those frickers, but they work awesome. And so all said and done, it's 95 reps that you're doing. So what you do is you lay out your exercise, whether you're doing chest and back, you know, bis and tris, or legs like I just did. So you lay that out with your suits. I put it on a little Post-it. You shuffle up the cards, and then you pull a card up, and then the card might say 8 of hearts. So then 8 of hearts, you do 8 of what I had to do, leg extensions. So then you pull up another card. It might be a heart. If it's a heart, you have to do the other, leg extension. So whatever it is, you have to do it. So sometimes you might get 3, 4, 5 cards in a row of the same suit. And then you're like, holy shit, more leg extensions? Are you kidding me? But and I had back-to-back jumping lunges, and those suckers, I have a video, a sample of that on the exercise of the week on my YouTube channel, so check that out. Jumping lunges are no joke. My ass hurts, my quads hurts, my hamstrings hurt, and to see me walking around, I look like Fred Sanford, and I'm waiting for the theme song to be playing behind me. It's painful, but it's cool. Like, you can take that to the hotel, and you can make one suit, tricep dips where you use the chair. You can do one suit with push-ups. You can grab your suitcase and do one suit with curls. I mean, and rows, anything like that. So it's a really cool way to just kind of mix and match, because you never know what card you're going to flip over, and you can't cheat. Don't look through the deck and say, oh no, I'm not doing those suckers together. You can't cheat. No cheating. But that's a really cool way to kind of break things up, get that monotony out of the workout.
I love it. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
That kind of ties into my next thing. We talked about the holidays and eating and stuff like that, but a lot of people are traveling around with the holidays, so they're going to be away from their gyms. Is it, do we stop working out for that week, take the week off, or are there exercises that we can do outside of the gym that are going to be as effective as actually going to the gym?
Well, for me, again, I'm anal, so if I'm traveling, I'm either going to travel with my TRX, which I don't know if anybody knows, that it looks like book bag straps, but you can tie it to, you can put it on a door, you can tie it to a pole or a piece of equipment at the park, even though it's cold, I know, but maybe you're traveling to Florida, I don't know. But, so, the TRX is a great thing. You can, look that up or whatever. I'm not trying to sell it, but it's an awesome thing to travel with. You can travel with the card game and make up your own exercises. There's always running or walking outside is always free. And, of course, if that's, if it's winter, in that area, if there's snow on the ground or whatever, it might not be conducive to go outside and run and walk. But I always look for, hotels that have a gym if I'm, because I need to work out. I need something. Even if, the gym is shitty and I can't lift the weights, I'll have to do cardio. I hate cardio, but at least it's getting those endorphins going, because if I go a whole week without doing any exercise, I'm a bitch. And yes, worse than what y'all know I am to be.
Wow.
But there's, push-ups are free. You can do push-ups anywhere. The deck of cards, tricep dips. You can, like I said, pick up your suitcase and do curls. But I would definitely make the time to do some sort of exercise, even if it's 10, 15, minutes. Anything is better than nothing. You can travel with a DVD. Most places have, a DVD kind of thing that you can just kind of, get that exercise in real quick, But I would definitely say do not skip. I know sometimes it might be, oh, I got this family thing and this family thing and this family thing. Well, get up a half an extra hour early, and do it, and then the rest of the day is family time. But you have to make time for you. Calories don't take a vacation. Calories don't take holiday breaks. If anything, that's the worst time. And then after the holidays, then you're like, oh my God, Dani, help me get rid of this shit. Which I'm good for. That's good for business, but try and keep it at a maintenance level, or, because you're going to eat crap, but you might as well kind of justify eating crap. Hey, I did my, whatever DVD thing, so I'm going to eat those 3 cookies and that piece of cake, whatever.
Can you work out more to make up for the calories you're eating?
Yeah, but I wouldn't suggest doing that, because then there's this whole evil thing that says, ooh, Oh, like there's a restaurant that does that, or there's a couple of websites that do that, where if you eat this, it's 4 hours on this, or 3 hours, or 15 minutes this, or whatever. So it's like that's crazy. Now we're getting crazy. Now just stay on a meal plan, cheat a little bit, but I mean, now if you're gonna go a little bit crazy, but today's only a 30-minute cardio. Do a 60-minute cardio. You know what I mean? Like, but I wouldn't say, oh, I'm going to eat a donut and then I'm going to do an hour of cardio. Oh, I'm going to eat 3 cookies and I'm going to do 20. Well, you can't. Not you in general, but I mean, not you specifically, but you in general. Half the population can't even get their ass to a gym, let alone justify eating something bad and going working out. They're not even in a gym. So it don't make no sense. No, I say no. Don't do it. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell you like it
is. Anybody else have any other questions along those lines? I think a lot of people are feeling that with the holidays and stuff like that. I know some of the questions, it was like 3 or 4 kind of the same tone, like, how do I come out swinging for the new year and start a new fitness routine? And there were from people in kind of all different phases, of some people that are working out, some people that aren't doing any type of workout program now. So what would you recommend for somebody to start off the new year right?
Well, one, keep doing what if they're already working out, keep doing what they're doing. If they're not working out, get in some sort of habit with it. I know some people are, I do not the same thing. I said that a little bit earlier. I do, I have a back day, a chest day, a leg day, a shoulder day, a bi-tri day. So I pretty much, that's my week. But I always try and change up the exercises. I'm always looking for something new, something different, a different way. I do a little bit of the card game here and there. Just to change up the monotony. But, the thing is just staying with it, sticking with it, and or getting into it. If you have to get into it, then I would suggest, talking at least one time with a trainer, and, getting some sort of routine down, and then just getting in and getting better with that. But the key is doing it. You know what I mean? You just got to do it. Stay with it. Do it.
Yep. So, do you think it's a good idea for somebody to come in and meet with a trainer before they start, or a lot of people commented on they're going on to bodybuilding.com or something like this and looking at different programs that way.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that versus actually sitting down and getting a specific game plan for your body type?
Well, I think like those websites are good. However, sometimes you may see your body as something that's different than what it actually is. And then if you're sitting down in front of a good, decent personal trainer, they're going to say, what, no, you can't get what Hulk Hogan has. You got to, stay with Pee Wee Herman here, and you got to work it out that way. You know what I mean? Like, because I know sometimes we have in our mind what we want to be and what we want to see our bodies as, and then, but putting it into perspective, because some of the people that we see or some of the workouts that we see, we actually can't do because we've only been working out for a month.
Right.
So, it's about being smart, too. Now, you can get some ideas, and look and say, oh, you know what, I'm going to maybe try that one exercise. But some of their routines may not be conducive to you if you are not, if you're just beginning a routine after, either just beginning for the first time ever or, just beginning for the last couple of months.
God, I look like an old lady.
We heard that.
We don't hear you.
we can hear everything you're saying. Danny, last question that was on there, at least from my feedback, was about the holidays and about Christmas. We talked about the snacks and things like that and eating. Is it better to, if you're going to a holiday party and they don't have a so-called healthy meal or something as determined in your diet, is it better to just skip a meal and make up when you can eat healthy later, or do you just eat the unhealthy meal and get back on board when you can?
Well, if you have an idea that they're not probably going to have something healthy, I always suggest plan ahead. And I think I just did a YouTube video on that, planning and thinking it out. So plan ahead. So if you think, you know what, they're not going to have my chicken breast, they're going to have pastas and and this kind of thing. Drink your protein shake before you go. So then that way you've had your protein. And then when you're there, maybe take a little spoonful of some pasta or whatever, and then snack up on the veggies, that kind of thing. That's personally what I would do. If you're not exactly sure what they have, well, you're thinking that they might have some sort of good protein, I would look at it and just kind of make the choices. And if it's not good choices, then make the portion controlled choices, to where you kind of maybe possibly sticking within at least the calories, taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and then, just calling it, it's okay, just being okay with that. And then tomorrow, back on the plan again.
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the audience have any other questions? That is all I had from the web chat.
I have a question.
Okay, Charlene.
Oh, you can hear me. I had to go for a while because I was talking, but evidently nobody could hear me. So
we probably were ignoring you. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think I was having problems. I think yeah, probably. I think it was with my headphones or my headset.
Okay.
So, but we're good now.
Yes.
We call that operator error.
Yeah.
Definitely. I need that iPhone for Dummies book or something. My question is about revamping your program.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you recommend to come in and get your workout revamped? According to your results, or?
Well, I would suggest, getting a revamp like at least every 6 weeks. And then but there's sometimes too, like let's just say you started with me today, and we go 6 weeks, and you come back to me and you get a revamp. So now you actually have 2 programs, right? So now we're going to be working on the second program. The first program we're not really going to be doing too much with. So then maybe another 6 weeks you come back and get a third program. Now you got 3 programs, right? So now maybe after now what you can do is every couple of times that you come in the gym, now you have a couple of different things to play and pick and choose from. So, because the more you change it up, and that's why every time, like when I do my back day, I'm doing different exercises every time I come into my back day. My chest, it's a little bit harder to do because there's only so many angles that you can do. But I might do the dumbbells one time, I might do the bar one time, that kind of thing. So changing it up, the more and more you change it up, the quicker you're going to see your results. Okay. So but to start off with, if you're not familiar with a lot of exercises, I would definitely say 6 weeks. Maybe if you want to get a little bit quicker, go 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, get a revamp so you have a little bit more material to choose from.
Got it.
Yeah.
I like it. Anybody else have any other questions?
That's good.
All right, Dani, you talked about it a couple times. I know you post some daily YouTube videos on there, and I know a lot of your videos that you posted over this week or the last week amplify a lot of what you talked about, especially the card game and the kind of planning the nutrition. So how do people get a hold of your YouTube videos?
Go to YouTube and search DKNY Night. And then it's right there, and then you can just subscribe, or from the Dani K Gym and Wellness Facebook page. Every single day I post, a Dani K tip of the day, and there's a link to that YouTube video, which takes you to my channel. So then you can subscribe there.
Gotcha. And if you're not watching this video live, right down below this video, I'll put a link down there. You can click on it. It'll take you right over to the Dani K Gym and Wellness page. You can click on that. I know Dani posts most of her YouTube videos directly on that page there, so you can watch them from there. Great tips that get thrown out, especially during the holiday season and when winter gets cold. I know a lot of people brought in that they just struggle getting out of bed early to go to the gym because it's cold. It's hard to get motivated. It's a little bit easier in the summer when the weather's nice and you're caring a little bit more about what your body looks like. But,
right.
That's it. I mean, this was a hell of a week. I think it was pretty informative going into
Awesome.
Christmas. A lot of people with these New Year's resolutions coming out want to get the party started on a healthy kick. And if nobody else has any more questions, I think we are good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks,
It was fun.
Danny.
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
All right. See y'all. Thank you.
See
Merry
ya.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Uh,